Hello, hello. Matt Franceschini here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about major triads and everything you need to know to put them to use in either your compositions, improvising, or just your playing in general. Um, these simple triads, ironically, are something that I didn't get into until I was studying music at university. I kind of skipped over them because I figured why worry about a simple three note chord when I could be playing major sevenths or major sixths. And the more and more I dive into them, the more I find they're actually a big part of my playing. I love me some simple triads. So, what is a major triad? That's going to be the root, the third, and the fifth of the chord. You could also think of it as whatever your root is, go up two whole steps, and that's your third. So in this case, I'm using G. I go up two whole steps, I end up at the note B, which is my major third. And then I go up a half step, and then a whole step. And then that gives me my fifth, which in this case is the note D. So we got our notes G, B, and D. And as with most things on the guitar, in terms of linear playing, there are going to be 5 positions that we can play these in. Now, you can download these diagrams for free at my website. I have a link down in the description. Quick word about these diagrams is that every time you see a hollow note, that is the root. So in our case right now, that is the note G. And that we always want to start and end on. So this is particularly useful when you start from the root in the middle of your neck. This first position should hopefully make a fair bit of sense. But this first position, we're looking here, is our starting point. And I'm going to play the notes G, B, and D. And I play G, B, D, and then I get one extra G there. So if I go forward with this, I end up with... And this is the way I would recommend fingering this arpeggio, is just as I do here. Now, when we go to our second position, this is where that starting and ending note, that hollow note, really becomes important. So we're starting not on our low E string. We're starting on the note G, which is on the 5th fret of our D string. And it's going to look like this. So I go all the way up, all the way down, and then back up to my starting note. So. And now with this one, there's actually 2 ways that you could finger this that I think are acceptable. There's the way that I do it, where I play it like this. And I do a little skip with my pinky there on the B string, where I do this little diagonal jump. That's how I like to play this. The other way that you could do it is like this, where you go, you reach from your pointer finger to your ring finger. And again, neither of these is necessarily better than the other. I would give them both a shot and see which feels most natural to you, just because you want to only be practicing one fingering of these, as it will make your life a lot easier if you just worry about having one fingering rather than being proficient at both. Now, that was position 2. If we go to position 3, we're going to be starting with our pinky way up at our 10th fret. And this position is going to look like this. I'll do that one more time for you, a little bit slower so you can watch the fingering if you need it. There's that. Then we get our 4th position. This one's going to be with our middle finger on the 10th fret. And I'm going to go like this. Sorry. Now this one kind of similar to the second position. There's 2 ways you can deal with it. One is doing this, where I'm doing that bar across the 3 notes on the 12th fret with my pinky. A lot of my students tell me that that is a little too much for their pinky, so the other way that I'd say is good to do it would be like this, where you just do a slightly bigger reach with your ring finger to get there, but either way, totally cool. There's position 4. And then when we go way up here, we get to our 5th position. We're playing with our pinky on the 15th fret. This 5th shape is going to look like this. So there we have it. I'll do that a little bit slower actually, so you can watch. Okay, so there's the 5 positions of the major triad, which is one of the most important building blocks of music. And once you get comfortable with these positions in the key of G, like I demonstrated in this video and like these diagrams are in, I'd strongly encourage you to move them to different keys. So depending on how you want to do it, I like to go around the circle of fifths. So if I went to the next note on the circle of fifths, and technically I am going in the direction that it would end up being the circle of fourths, I might end up in the key of C. And now if I was practicing this in the key of C, I want to start from the lowest C that I can on the neck, which I know is going to be this C here, with my middle finger, because if I tried to practice it like this, I can't play it. We don't want to practice open strings when we're doing these single note techniques. So that was position 3. I know that I would want to start in position 4 then. So the key of C, I would go position 4. Had a little flub there, I'll try that again. So then I would go to position 5. Then I would go to position 1. Now I'm at position 2. Then I'm at position 3. And then I've played all 5 positions in C major. So these are movable as long as you take the hollow note or your starting and ending point on all of these, and you move them to whatever key you're trying to do. Hopefully you got some use out of this video on major triads. If you want to talk a little bit more about them, you can always check out the link in my bio where I teach lessons. I'd love to work with you one-on-one. But if not, take a look at the diagrams at my website, and have a great day. Thanks.